Hello, I'm going to be doing a review on two rifles. One is going to be the Sar-1 Romanian AK, and the other one will be the Zastava Serbian N-Pap. That is the one without the RPK receiver, or it could be the O-Pap. I think it's the N-Pap though, but there's too many PAPs and I get confused, so if I'm wrong, please forgive me. So, to cut to the chase, if I were to have one rifle, outside of cost, because cost is it is a factor. But if I was given a choice to just inherit one of these rifles, I would go with the Romanian AK, and I'll explain in a moment why. But they're great rifles, and let's start with the Romanian. We'll notice that because the Sar-1 does not have does not have a threaded barrel. There's a hole for a detent, and I believe they just have to knock out this pin, put in the detent and the spring, and then put the pin back in while pushing the plunger down, and that should be the install. It has a cleaning rod holder on the gas block. The bayonet lugs have been ground down. Same thing with the N-Pap. One of the differences that this one's threaded. The gas block also has the sling, whereas the lower handguard has the sling on the Romanian. If you don't know already, the PAPs use different furniture, and basically it doesn't have that rear tang where most other AKs will have. So I think you might have to take off this plate, and then there's a screw in the inside where you can detach the stock and put something else like the Magpul or something on. And they both have rails for mounted optics. And they say that the Serbian has more cheek slap. This is a wooden dowel, and I'm gonna just show you. This is where the receiver is. Hold up, I'm holding the camera, so bear with me now. So that's where that receiver is in relation to the stock. And if we look at the SAR, it may be slightly higher, but you can kind of look at it and kind of judge for yourself. You can see that it looks like it kind of goes up just a little bit. Like if you look at these 2 points. The only modification to this is the Hogue grip. Hogue makes a very comfortable grip. This is the original Yugo or Serbian type of handguard that came with it, and it's feels kind of thin, but it's not too bad. This actually features the original, I believe it's the Romanian trigger group. I haven't seen any markings on it, and this one has the Century C trigger group, and it's actually a double hook system versus this one is a single. And the trigger on this guy, it has a crisp break, but then it has a little bit of sponginess in it too. And then other people might say something that's kind of similar. And we can look at the other side. We will see that these both have a magazine dimples. Very prominent on this one. And this one has a modified bolt hold open. I'm not sure if you're ever going to use it, but you can. And then something about these guns is that they have nice prominent selector etchings. Okay, see? Just the one on this guy, and then there's one. There's two on the other, and then there's like a stop right there. It would be kind of cool if you can like cut that off. I don't know what that's gonna do. I guess I think it's, what is it, semi-full, and it does have the stamped receiver. So I think if you're like a dealer or something, if you want to make like a post dealer sample, this could be a candidate, but I'm not a machinist or a gunsmith, so I really wouldn't know. And you will see that this, I think this carrier is in the white, and then this one, it might have been blued. So it looks pretty, but the thing about it is it might be prone to rust, because if it's in the white, I don't know if you've seen my videos already, but I had a CZ in the white, and we all know what happened there. If you haven't seen it, then let's go watch that video if you wanted to go watch it. But long story short, it started rusting in my car, just in regular climate, you know. I guess humidity buildup in my car, and you know, I'm not really from like area known for a lot of humidity either, so it was kind of surprising. And you will see that they both have 45-degree gas blocks. This one has a 14 by 1 left, I believe it's left-hand threads. If I'm wrong, please correct me. One thing that I really liked about this SAR is this hand grip. It has that little bulge right there, kind of like some of the AK-74 styles. Beautiful set of wood. I haven't really seen stuff like this on the WASRs or anything like that. Maybe, but you know, it's not easy to find. And give me one moment, and then I'm gonna take it down right quick for you guys, and I'm gonna have to put this on a stand. So to take it down, press the button. We're gonna take that guy out. Oops. Dang up. That's what you get when forget to put the safety lever down. That was embarrassing. Alright. And then let's see. The thing about this guy is that there's an extra button in the back. So the takedown is a little bit interesting. You got to press that button, and then it pushes the pushes that rod back up a little bit, because there's like some kind of block right here, and that's what the button does. And now you can take it out. And if you give me one moment, I'm gonna just take these two bolts out. Okay. Alright. So now we have them disassembled. And I would like to mention one thing about this N-Pap. They both have I think 1,000-meter sights. One thing I'd like to mention about this N-Pap is just one moment, guys. I don't know about you, but I think this rail might be a little bit caved inward. But if you see me charge the weapon, it actually charges pretty decent. Haven't had any hang-ups, but you can, did y'all see that? Like a little bit of, I don't know if that's completely straight. So, you know, and then you see that there's the 2-hook system right there. 1 hook, 2 hook. So, and then you see that there is no rear tang, or it's just a different setup back here. Trying to get in the light. And then, I don't know if there's a bolt guide or not. And now the Romanian, look on the inside. Original Romanian trigger. Got that 1 single hook. Got the rear tang right there. Countersunk screws. That feed lip over there in the chamber is slightly, looks like it's shaped. Let's look at the N-Pap again. It's not really shaped on this one. It just seems like to kind of, you see that it kind of goes around the whole edge, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, and then let's look at the bolt carrier on this guy in the white. For this, and this is the N-Pap in the white, and you see that there's no room back here. Now let's look at, this is the Romanian bolt carrier. Has like the I don't know what you call that design, but that's I guess what the gas piston looks like. And then if you look at this, you see that there's like an extra little space of metal here, and usually at the back there should be a little tab of metal if it is a full auto carrier, but because these are both semi-automatic guns, they are, you know, they're not going to have that. Usually if you get like a hunting rifle, like a Saiga, unconverted, or maybe rear converted, they might have that, but these were ground down, and this one over here, there is no space for it. So maybe it was never meant to be full auto. Maybe yeah, like I'm not really sure. And then let's compare the bolts. Just trying to move it over to the light. So we see that this bolt, that's what it looks like. One-handed operation, guys. They both have the cuts in it. Let's examine this bolt for a little bit. Okay. If you wanted to stop the video just to look at the bolts, you are free to do that. Okay, where the serial number placements are different. So this is what, sorry, I'm trying to look at the bolts with my regular eye and not the camera, so apologize about that. And I'm not an expert, guys, so you know, I'm just trying to show you some of the differences of what I've come by. So if you're an expert, I mean, you can make your own interpretations if you know what you're looking at. And one person to check out, if you haven't checked him out already, there's a guy named Misha or Mishako. He's a really good guy. He has a lot of interesting arms. He actually doesn't really have that many followers like Iraq Veteran, but he's very informative. I think he might have a gun shop, and I've had the pleasure of chatting with him back and forth on YouTube. So you should definitely check out his channel. And you know, I don't really think he doesn't do it for the money. You can tell just because like he doesn't really try to, you know, sell you anything or anything like that. He's just, you know, just trying to make history here, just giving you some comparisons. So that's that. So the reason why I like the Romanian AK versus the Serbian is because it uses standard parts, and when I charged both weapons, the Romanian felt smoother. So for that reason, I really like the Romanian, and I'm putting this, you know, money aside here. If they costed the same amount of money, that's what I would do. And right now, at the time of this video, we're in like the middle of 2016, and this guy used to sell for about $5. Now it's like $6 and some change, maybe like $6.50, brand new. This guy, you can't buy it because I don't think they come like this anymore. You can only get the WASRs or the new WASR 10, which I've heard good things about. And this rifle I saw on Gunbroker about a week ago sold for, it was bidding at over 7 something. It was like middle 700s, and so I'm gonna say around maybe $800. And another pawn shop that I frequent sometimes sold one of these, and he had it listed for about 800. And that guy, he's not known for giving the best prices. He just kind of goes by what it's worth. And I usually don't buy anything there. I might have some FFL transfers there, but then I usually don't buy anything unless it's something that's like a gun that's undervalued and he has it at a certain price. And it's usually going to be whatever the sticker price was. And then, you know, if it's like a rare item and I know what its potential is, then I might pick it up. But if he priced it at about 800, I'm pretty sure that that's pretty much what it's worth. And because you know, $500 guns or $300 guns back in the day are now slowly starting to creep up in value, because I think the Romanian WASRs at this time might be around 700 on centerfire systems, and they've been known to give out some pretty fair deals. So if this was worth like $800 compared to a $700 WASR, this would definitely be worth it. I just feel like it's pretty smooth gun. Has that dimple if, you know, cosmetics is a thing for you. Has the military proof marks, which is on the trunnion here. Oh wait, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, I'm not. Okay, I take that back. Usually the military proof marks is going to be that little triangle, and this one just says S1 and looks like it's etched in SAR1. But yeah, I mean, I can only imagine this guy just like sitting there and just etching SAR1 all day. All right. So that was pretty much the review, and if you want to stick around for a second, I'll put these guys back together, and then I'll let you hear what they sound like charging. And basically, if you can see if one is more smoother than the other. But the N-Pap itself, it seems like a pretty nice gun. Like if you only have, oh yeah, and also if you don't know this already, the Romanian has a Chromeline barrel, which means that if you're going to use like surplus ammo, it might be better for it. But then the non-Chromeline barrels might be better for accuracy wise. You know, so I don't know which barrel is going to last longer. But, you know, that's something to consider. camera angle right quick. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a little bit dark. Okay, so I'm gonna charge the weapon. And then I will do the same. And this is the N-Pap here. And I actually was watching the news, and I think some of the freedom fighters or whatever, they were actually using these weapons. So you know, that's something to consider. So like maybe later on, like you know how we had the contractor WASRs come in, we might have the contractor PAPs come in after a little while, whatever is going on over there. So it's pretty interesting. All right, and then I'm gonna charge this one. So let me try this. Hold it back, I'm gonna let it go. And then I'm gonna do the same with the Romanian. Are you in frame? Okay. I don't know if you could tell from the sound of the video, but it seems like the N-Pap, even though it's smooth, like if you buy a rifle and the initial charging, if you see any grittiness there, that could be a problematic rifle. Put it down, do not buy it. Now, if there's a little bit of catching in the back, that could be the bolt contacting the hammer. And sometimes, you know, when you get an AK and it just kind of hangs up there, you can polish that, you can fix that. But if there's any hanging up in the initial right here charge, that's something you do not want. So put that down. Like, I don't know if you can hear it, but it seems a little bit more gritty. So, you know, for that reason, I'm sure they function, you know, both good, but that's something that I wasn't very pleased about with the N-Pap, and it might be due to the slightly off rail. But you know, if a rail is going to be that bent, I don't think it would actually work. So and you saw that it was fairly smooth. And then, you know, if the charging isn't smooth, your gun's not going to be smooth. I know that sounds really silly for me to even have to tell you that, but, you know, it's just something to consider. And this has been my review, guys. It's not much, but it's something. And if you're out today and if you're going to buy, you know, one of these rifles, personally, people say that the fit and finish on this rifle is better, but I see the finish is better, but then I'm not sure if the fit is better. I mean, maybe yes and no. I'm not really sure. To be 100% with you, like I could see that everything here is pretty nice, but that receiver rail, I believe these are both factory made guns too. And the receiver rail is slightly off on that. It's kind of bothering me. And you know, if you were gonna buy this rifle, and if you can get it for, let's say, around $600, I would say, you know, go for it. If that's what you can afford, you should get that rifle. But like, let's say if you maybe had an opportunity to get a WASR or a SAR for just a little bit more money, I think this is a better gun. So that's something to consider. But then if you're gonna spend $800 to $1,000 on one of these guys, try to get an Arsenal. Because when you get an Arsenal SLR, let's see, 107 or whichever model, you're gonna get a folding stock. You're gonna get a 90-degree gas block. It's gonna be more modernized. It's gonna have the 24 millimeter threads. It's going to come with that muzzle brake. The parts on those guns are going to be running for about, I don't know, $600 with maybe $500 or $600 with the folding stock, and then that doesn't even include the build price plus the barrel price if you can get one. The barrel's about $200, so that's just in parts about $800, and then you're gonna get that Arsenal name and everything. So if you're gonna spend about 1,000 something, that's a definite investment, and I would say go with Arsenal. But if you want the traditional look, I would say this is a great gun for the money, as long as you're paying about $800 or less. But then later when you watch this video, the average price might be 1,000 or more. So I can't really speak on the price, but if you don't mind the modernized look, then you should consider the Arsenal. If you like the classic look, consider the Romanian. People talk a lot of trash about it. This does have a slightly canted sight, but then people say you can fix it. But it's on for the most part. It's just slightly off the center, but not that bad. So, good gun. This is also a good gun, but they're just pumping them out. It's at a pretty affordable rate right now, and I think it's all right, but I personally like the Romanian better. You've seen people like Matt V99 or something. Yeah, Matt V99 just abuse his gun and still running. The Serbian AKs, I'm still waiting on the AK Operators Union to do some more reviews on it. I know they had one where it stopped working for a little bit, but then they made another one. The only one I've seen thus from today was a 2,000 round count, and they finished up the PSA AK test, so they might go back to the N-Pap. Yeah, so they're decent rifles, but if you can, I would say go with the Romanian. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to not like this video because of me telling you to get the Romanian versus the Serbian, but this is just my opinion. Everybody's free to make their own opinions. And if it's not threaded, you can go buy some of the parts for like $60 and then have it threaded with the little adapter, the die handle, and everything, just like the Saigas. And we're running a little long now, so thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I'll be able to make some better content for you guys. Have a good day.